Oleksandr Usyk is going to be fighting Rico Verhoeven in Egypt on the 23rd of May at the pyramids in Giza. So this is the world's best boxer versus the world's best kickboxer. Okay, I've seen this promoted now by the Ring magazine. I think it's under the Seller banner, and Turkey Al Sheikh will be involved in this heavily, and I'm just struggling to understand why this is something that we are being subjected to. Like, there's been a lot of shock content in boxing, and a lot of like shock events that have happened in boxing over the last few days and last week and a half. And I saw something on Boxing King Media where they were like, if you thought that the Conor Benn moving from Zuffa boxing or from Matchroom to Zuffa boxing was a big shock or big news, we're about to drop something soon, trying to get their Twitter following up or the X following up. I mean, if this was the news, then I'm seriously underwhelmed, only because I thought it would actually be something serious, but this is a joke. Okay, this is trash. I'm not behind this fight at all. I don't care to watch it, and I'm really disappointed that one of my favorite boxers, and I think someone who will go down in the pantheon of greats as one of the greatest heavyweights of all time, just based on the fact that he fought everybody in their hometowns, he's gone to everybody's gaffes, and he's made them look substandard. Okay, maybe not Fury, but everybody else. Okay, maybe not Marius Breedis, but everybody else. And I don't understand how a guy like Rico Verhoeven, okay, so he's done wonders in the sport of kickboxing. Now, I'm not going to get into it, but you're ringside with Roy. Please like and subscribe for more content. But what I was actually pointing at is I've actually done both sports. So I've boxed and I've fought kickboxing, and I've had fights in both, and the two are not the same. So just because you're a world champion at kickboxing does not mean that you are going to be able to hang with real boxers in a real boxing match. You will be able to hang with kind of certain level of opposition, but not world champions, because you're a world champion at kickboxing. And it's only because the sport of kickboxing is there's so many other variables that you have to consider. The rules are different, the striking is different, the styles are different, the coaching and the training can be similar, but a lot of the times is different. The sparring is different. So it's just like, it's not the same sport. So while he is a decorated kickboxer, as a boxer, he has fought once. He has a record of 1-0. Okay, he fought last in 2014, and the guy he fought, Janos Felorov, I can't pronounce his surname. He had a 0-5 record. Okay, so how is he fighting the world's best heavyweight boxer just because he is the world's best kickboxer? Okay, how is he getting the title shot ahead of the WBC's top 10? I don't understand it. I know there are guys in the top 10 of the WBC rankings who are already committed. There's Lawrence Okoli is in position 2. Okay, he's committed to, I think he's in position 3 actually. I think Fabio Wardley is position 2. Number 1, so he's committed to Tony Yoka. He's fighting in April. Richard Torres and Frank Sanchez are fighting each other. They're in position 9 and 10. Moses Itoma, he's fighting Jermaine Franklin very, very soon, but perhaps he's seen as too young. I would much rather see Moses Itoma fight Oleksandr Usyk, and they can fight in the parking lot of my local Sainsbury's, and I'll rather watch that. I mean, that would be amazing actually, but I'd much rather watch something like that. I would love to have seen Usyk honor the WBC and like the sport of boxing, or at least honor the ranking system and fight his mandatory, who is Agit Kabayel, who deserves the fight over everyone else in the top 10 based on his level of opposition and what he's done. and now he has to sit and watch this pantomime. It's ridiculous. If I was Agit Kabayel or Lawrence Okoli or Efe Ajagba, who's also coming off like an okay win against Chris Martin. I say okay win because it was a devastating knockout, but Chris Martin isn't on the same level as Efe Ajagba, and Chris Martin isn't on the same level as anyone in the top 10 of the WBC rankings. Anthony Joshua is in the mix. Tyson Fury, obviously Tyson Fury and Makhmudev are fighting also in April. If I was Usyk, well, I'm not Usyk, but Usyk and his handlers, this is a complete money grab. This is robbing the bank in front of our eyes with the gimmick of putting it in in front of one of the world's greatest wonders, the pyramids. It's very, very cool. I mean, Rico Verhoeven, no disrespect to him for all he's achieved in the sport of kickboxing, and I believe from other people, other boxers, like really top heavyweights who have said they've sparred him, that he's good, he's got the tools. I wouldn't deny that he has the tools, but he's not going to hang with Oleksandr Usyk. He's not going to beat Oleksandr Usyk. If Tyson Fury couldn't do it twice, and Anthony Joshua couldn't do it twice, I'd much rather have seen him fight Deontay Wilder. Because Deontay Wilder was the WBC heavyweight champion and is a credible heavyweight, even though he's past his best. It's just that we're being duped. Whereas boxing fans now have to stomach Conor Benn versus Regis Prograis. All right, we were really excited to see him fight somebody else. We've got all these great super welterweights now. We want to see the best fight the best, and I thought that was the kind of USP. That was like the marquee promise from Riyadh season, Turkey Al Sheikh. I'd hope Zuffa Boxing, because they're all part of the same organization, I'd hope they were the same. I know Matchroom put on good matchups against good credible opponents, but even if they are a bit one-sided, they're not like this. Queensberry Promotion, they're not like this. So yeah, I mean, I'm really disappointed by this, as I'm sure like the rest of the boxing public are. I'm not getting behind this. It's not even like the Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury fights when they fought Francis Ngannou, although one could argue that this is exactly the same thing. Francis Ngannou gave Tyson Fury a hard time, probably because he didn't take it very seriously. I don't see Oleksandr Usyk having to train very hard for this and then making an excuse that Rico Verhoeven got the better of him, or prove that he was better than he should. I mean, he'll probably carry him for the majority of the fight, but Oleksandr Usyk, with his amateur pedigree, and he's just lived and breathed boxing, he could do this in his sleep. I just don't get it. And it's really it's getting annoying at this point. The next fight that's announced needs to be a complete cracker in whatever weight division it is, because I just cannot deal with another farce like this. I can't. It's going to make me really annoyed. All right, cool. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you agree. Like the video if you don't. Dislike the video if you agree or you don't. I just would love to see somebody come to the party and say, I actually think this is going to be a cracker. I think this is going to be a great fight, and I think Rico is going to surprise everyone. Let's see.